I'm 70 years old. It's a strange number to say out loud. When you're 20, 70 feels like a different planet. It feels like something that happens to other people. But here I am. And before I go, I have a responsibility to tell you something that might upset you. Everything society has whispered in your ear since you were in kindergarten is a lie. Your teachers, your bosses, even your well-meaning parents, they've all been part of a grand illusion. They told you that life is a ladder. They told you that if you just work hard enough, sacrifice enough, and wait long enough, you'll eventually earn the right to be happy. I'm here to tell you that the right to be happy is a debt that never gets paid. I spent 60 years of my life chasing a finish line that kept moving every time I got close. I'm making this video because I am running out of sand in my hourglass, and I refuse to let you waste your life the way I almost finished mine. Let me take you back to a Tuesday. It was an ordinary Tuesday. At 58, I was at the peak of what the world calls success. I was sitting in a boardroom, the air conditioning humming, looking at a spreadsheet of quarterly projections. I was arguing about a 2% profit margin. I felt important. I felt necessary. And then a sharp, cold needle of pain pierced my chest. The room didn't just go dark, it dissolved. In an instant, the projections, the meetings, the expensive suit, and the luxury car in the parking lot meant absolutely nothing. When I woke up in that ICU, tethered to a dozen tubes, I didn't think about my bank account. I didn't think about the promotion I was about to get. I thought about a Sunday afternoon when my daughter was 6 years old. She had asked me to play hide and seek in the backyard. I told her, "Not now, honey. Daddy has to finish this report." I realized, lying in that hospital bed, that I had been finishing reports for 30 years while my life was happening in the other room. I was a ghost in my own home. The most dangerous word in the English language is someday. Someday I'll travel. Someday I'll start that business. Someday I'll reconnect with my brother. We treat someday like a bank account where we're saving all our joy for later. But the interest rate is 0, and the bank is going bankrupt. I had a friend, Peter. Peter worked 70 hours a week at a law firm. He hated every second of it. But he said, "At 65, I'll retire, buy a boat, and sail the Caribbean." Peter died at 64. He spent his entire life in a cubicle, earning money for a boat he never stepped foot on. Why do we do this? Because the goalposts keep moving. When you make 50,000, you think you'll be happy at 100. When you get the house, you think you'll be happy with the renovation. It's a hamster wheel designed to keep you producing until you're too tired to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Success is a terrible god to worship. It's a god that is never satisfied. Imagine climbing a massive, exhausting ladder for 40 years. You sweat. You push others out of the way. You ignore your health. And finally, you reach the top. You look over the edge, and you realize the ladder was leaning against the wrong wall. That is the tragedy of the modern man. We are winning at a game that doesn't matter. After my heart attack, I had to learn how to live again. Not as a professional, but as a human being. I discovered that true wealth is embarrassingly simple. It's the ability to sit on a porch and feel the sun on your face without feeling guilty that you aren't being productive. It's the courage to say no to a lucrative contract so you can say yes to a dinner with an old friend. Wealth is owning your time. If you have $1 million but no control over your Tuesday morning, you are a poor man. I am 70 now. I have maybe 10 years left, maybe 20 if I'm lucky. But I am happier now with a smaller house and a slower pace than I ever was at 30, because I am living intentionally. I want you to do something uncomfortable today. Close your eyes and imagine it's the end. You are lying in a bed and the lights are dim. Who is in the room with you? What memories are playing in your head? I promise you, you won't be wishing you spent more time at the office. You'll be wishing you had taken that trip to Japan. You'll be wishing you had told her you loved her one more time. Stop waiting for permission to be happy. Stop waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time is a myth created by people who are afraid to live. If this message reached you today, consider it your wake-up call. You don't have to have a heart attack to start living. You just have to decide. Call your parents. Hug your kids. Quit the job that is killing your soul. The clock isn't just ticking, it's screaming. Don't waste 50 years figuring this out. Learn from my scars. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who is currently lost in the race. Leave a comment below. What is one thing you've been putting off that you're going to do today? Subscribe to join our community of those choosing life over the rat race.